Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Dialga with the fast move of Metal Claw. Metal Claw got recently buffed, I think last season or something like this, and I kind of want to take a look at this one because unlike Dragon Breath, this move actually generates energy a little bit faster. Like Dragon Breath generates energy with 3 per turn, here we don't have 3.5 energy per turn with the Metal Claw. But also, we're going to see here already, with Metal Claw we're going to put Pokemon like Zacian or Xerneas immediately into range. We're going to be able to get the KO with the Iron Head. And so I'm kind of confused by nobody ever have tried this out. And today we're going to see why this is going to be the case, or maybe this Pokemon is insanely good with this. We will find out here very shortly. What we will see is against here, for example, the Zacian, we're going to be able to... Oh, wait a minute. We're not even going to be able to align ourselves. That is kinda sad. Yeah. That's the thing. Like here, you just don't have the damage output that you have with Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath mainly is here because it has great damage output against a lot of neutral typings. And that is very beneficial, I would say, while the steel typing offensively is quite a bad one. And so maybe we could even talk about another buff for Metal Claw. But anyway, we were able to win the first battle, so let's see on how the next one gonna go. As you'll see here, we're going to have Dialga against Dialga. We stay in, the opponent swaps out, we're gonna have here the Necrozma coming in. And we're gonna be able to go for the Aura of Time, allowing us to do some solid damage against the opponent. So far, so okay. We're gonna try our best to go for another Iron Head against the opponent's ball very soon. We might be able to... it's an Outrage. I don't know why, but literally... Actually, I think every single Necrozma had like Outrage, but most of the Necrozma actually dropped their, as we can see as well with the Iron Head, most of them dropped Sunsteel Strike, which I find quite interesting as a play, but a lot of people just drop the move. I think you can guarantee get this back as soon as you fuse your Pokemon again, so basically I think it's a legacy move, but you're always going to get it when you fuse Necrozma with Astorgaleo as your guaranteed charge move forward. So I think in order to get it back again, I think you have to kind of unfuse it and then refuse it again afterwards, and you're going to have Sunsteel Strike again. But yeah, that is definitely an interesting play to do this like this. But I might be wrong with this one as well. If someone actually did this already, feel free to tell me down below in the comment section. But sadly here, we're going to lose the battle as the opponent still gets to another move here. We sadly don't really have a choice anymore, and we're gonna see that the Draco Meteor is going to knock us out. You see me sometimes swap out into the Necrozma instead. Here, for example, if we would have had Iron Head as well instead of Dark Pulse, I guess it would have been a better pacing against Pokemon like the, against the Broguiere here. But to be fair, actually, if you have ever tried this one out with the Necrozma, I would be very much interested in if this is the case, because then I would maybe try it out for myself as well, to go more for non-Sunsteel Strike, but more for Iron Head, and go for maybe Outrage as the other one as well. I feel like that's a very interesting choice to play it like this. I always thought that when I see like Iron Head on the opponent's Necrozma, that they have like double Iron or like double Steel charge moveset there. But apparently a lot of people actually run Outrage instead then, or even Dark Pulse. But yeah, as you'll see as well in this next battle, you're going to see the power basically of Dialga with Metal Claw. We were able to get the KO against the Palkia. We're going to see here now the Xerneas coming in, and we have still the better energy generation. We're going to have the fast move pressure against the opponent as well, which might even put them into a range where an Awkward Tail is going to be enough to knock out the opponent. But as you see as well, we're going to be able to catch the move. Was completely unnecessary. I would have been able to win the CMP time. But Moonblast is coming through. Iron Head is going to now connect against the opponent, and what we will see is a KO, and we can move on to the next opponent. We're going to have a great lead here, but we have to be a bit mindful because this lead here as well can be a bit difficult for us if they're going to... Yeah, I mean, it's like in a zero-shot scenario, it's a little bit of a trickier one, because the opponent can go for a Brave Bird, and they do a lot of damage with it, which kind of forced me to use a shield, and so that's why most people are staying in here and just go straight for a Brave Bird. In comes Dialga, and yeah, Dark Pulse is just not really cutting it. I do see why people are running the moveset of Outrage for exactly this matchup, I think, because Outrage is going to put... Okay, in this case here, the opponent uses a shield anyway. But yeah, Outrage is going to make this matchup a little bit easier. But as we will see here as well, the opponent is now going to go ahead and have to take a hit here, most likely. As we will see as well, the opponent is going to take the Dark Pulse, and we hope that we can go for the full farm down. I am going to actually still go for another charge because I know at this point that I can't. And let's see how this is going to go. We're going to be able to get the KO. In the back, it's going to be the Necrozma. We can try our best here with the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is going to come through. It might be enough to two-shot the opponent. I'm not too sure. Let's find out here. It is definitely getting close, but the opponent still has a shield left. I actually was very confused that they win the CMP tie here. Like, I definitely should have been able to get to the Aqua Tail, shouldn't I have been? I thought Palkia was like the Pokemon, like one of the Pokemon with the highest attack stat. Let me see real quick on the side. Palkia has a 252.9 attack stat, while Necrozma has less than that. So you should have been able to win the CMP tie. And I feel like this would have made a big difference here. And that's a bit annoying, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, to be fair. But yeah, I think I should have been able to win this battle. But it is what it is, I would say. The opponent's going to be able to go ahead and go for the second fire and win this one now. Definitely a little bit unfortunate. But as we will see here, the opponent is going to have now again another Ho-Oh. Here's one thing that I kind of realized after a little bit of time. This is actually already one of my later games here apparently, because what we see is me going for the Iron Head. The Iron Head bait actually going to help us out quite a bit, as the Iron Head bait is going to allow us to usually, if the opponent would go for a Brave Bird, get another move after it. But the opponent decides to go ahead and go for the Sacred Fire, which I guess is smarter. There was definitely a game I saw before where the opponent was able to go for a Brave Bird and then fully farm me down, which wasn't really ideal for me. But yeah, anyway, we're going to see here that we have the Awkward Tail coming through, going to be able to get the KO against the opponent. The other comes back in. Again, it is so stupid. I have to say, it is just ridiculous that we are not capable of getting the Spatial Rend through like an Elite Charge TM. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. There is no excuse for this. Like, why are we not allowed to do that? It just doesn't make sense at all. But anyway, we're going to be able to go ahead and go for Sunsteel Strike against the Yveltal. I guess here you see why this might be beneficial. We can still get the KO against the opponent. But because I didn't go for a charge move, I'm missing a little bit of energy that I need on my Palkia in order to go for Draco Meteor. We have a lot of energy here, but sadly not enough to get to a Draco Meteor and or a Spatial Rend here as well, if we would have had that move. As you will see here, the opponent going to be able to, farm us down. We can move on to the next one. A little bit of a spice here I want here as well with the Rayquaza in the lead. I actually wanted to maybe run Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre again, because I feel like that trio is something that, all got nerfed. Like, they all got nerfed, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, why did all of them getting a nerf throughout the last few seasons? Like, we had the Rayquaza, which got a nerf on Breaking Cyber. We had the Groudon, which got a nerf on the move of Mudshot, and we had Kyogre, which got a nerf on Surf, and that is kind of mad that all of those things kind of were happening at the same time there. But yeah, anyway, we're going to see here the opponent is going to go ahead and go into their own cross, and we're going to go for the full farm now with the Shadow Claw. We have to use a shield here, which is really unfortunate for us. I was really hoping I didn't have to do this here. But it is what it is. We're going to be able to now go ahead and go still for a Sunsteel Strike against the opponent. Xerneas getting the KO through the two shields, which is really, really risky. But it was nice that it was worked out. And now it's down to us against the Rayquaza. We are going to be able to go ahead and get the Dark Pulse off, get the shield from the opponent. And we're going to see here that this next Dark Pulse is going to connect against them as well again. This is going to get the next shield. So 2 shields down. We still have our own Dragon type Pokemon in the back, and we're going to let the move go through. It's going to be very likely the Breaking Swipe. They don't want to get the debuff from the move, but as you will see here, we get to the Awkward Tail on the CMP tile, which is insanely important, because also we didn't want to have like any debuff or anything like this, and we can win this battle with even a shield left. And so we were definitely able to get some nice wins here with the Dialga, but I have to say, it is way more difficult to play this Pokemon like this. Maybe in the lead it would have been better. I feel like I encountered a lot more Fairy type Pokemon in the lead compared to like as a Say Swap. I was expecting a lot of double Fairy backlines, but I was totally wrong with that one. I barely saw any of them. And so maybe I just misplayed it. Here, for example, as well, I'm going to go for a shield because I kind of want to get some damage onto them, because I don't really have the best answer for other Necrozmas. And I don't know, for me, both Palkia and my own Necrozma seem to be such like bad Pokemon for me, like for when I try to play them. I always try to, use them in teams recently, and they're always kind of disappointed me. So I don't know what it is as well. Of course, here, based on the team, I kind of needed them. I need another Steel type Pokemon to kind of give the opportunity to get Metal Claw to shine there. But it's kind of awkward. We need also a water-type Pokemon, of course, to deal with ground-type Pokemon, which are a little bit more of an issue. But then again, I feel like that's the thing as well, which I find really crazy. Like, Rapira runs against the Palkia, and that is kind of ridiculous because, of course, it would be like the kind of Pokemon that you would want to be able to beat with an water-type Pokemon, but you're not capable of doing it. And then again, Primarina, I don't know if this would have been the better Pokemon for us either to have in the elite tier. I'm not too sure, but Primarina here against us is going to be very, very tricky. We're still going to try our best though, and as you will see here, the Aquatier is going to connect, gonna get some nice damage, and we will see here as well that the opponent still is going to be able to go ahead and go for another charge move. I can still get to the Aquatier here. This might actually allow us to win this battle. Let's find out. This is going to allow us to get the shield from the opponent. We can, hopefully, we can get the KO here with our Necrozma. This is going to be perfect. Let's see what is going to happen next. We have the Necrozma coming in here. This is going to be fine. It is gonna go for a charge move, and Ironhead is gonna knock us out. And so we're sadly going to lose with just like a few HP on the opponent. Solid lead for us. Of course, we don't want to have this Pokemon against our Necrozma in the back. But yeah, we have to still see what is going to be happening. Next, we're going to have the Aquatier coming through here. That's going to be okay. This is going to be a catch onto the Oblivion Wing, I think it is. That's going to be okay for us. It was not a lot of damage, which I feel like is kind of mad that it's that small amount of damage there. But as you will see as well, we're going to try our best here by going for one Iron Head against the opponent's Rapira. They can still go for the full farm down. And because Rapira is usually running a moveset of a Dragon and a Rock type move, I decided to go ahead and go into my Necrozma to try to catch the move there and try to get some energy from them. And as you will see here, that is not really working out too well because the opponent is going to be able to go for the Rock Wrecker. They're very likely going to go for another charge move here. Now I'm going to decide to swap out here. I think it's going to be my best bet to swap out of this matchup. Let's see on how this is going to go. We will have the Aquatier coming, not through yet. The opponent is going to be able to go ahead and go for their own move. We're going to have another move coming through for us. This is going to be fine. Broguiere is going to connect against the opponent. We have another charge move stored already, but they have the Zacian in the back, and that's basically impossible to win. I can still go for double Broguiere, but it's going to be a very, very tough one. As you will see here as well, the opponent is going to have to take this hit. We can go for another Broguiere. This is going to be fine. It is going to allow us to get the damage onto them, and we see the opponent stops out into the Rapira. I have to build up basically 2 Dark Pulses in order to have a chance of even winning this battle. But as you will see here, this game is kinda over. We're gonna try our best here still to do something, but yeah, we sadly lost this one. And here's the issue of using sometimes the Necrozma as a safe stop. Sometimes it's a little bit better for me to try to go ahead and do stuff like this, but in this case, it definitely didn't really work out for me. We will see here that they're gonna go ahead and go for their own charge move. That's fine. It's going to be a Dark Pulse, and they even called my bait here correctly, which is kind of annoying because I would have been able to realign myself, I think, even if I would have hit the Sunsteel Strike. But let's see what the opponent going to do here. It's going to be the Oblivion Wing. I kind of have to rely at this point and on my other Pokemon, on my Dialga here, and they're going to have the Palkia in the back. And again, this would actually be a very solid matchup if I would have had Dragon Breath. And definitely, in terms of the offensive typing, Steel is just garbage. Like, Steel is just literally garbage. It is like such a bad typing to go for. And here we're forcing us, basically, we had to hope that we're going to get the shield from this move. But as we will see here as well, the opponent is going to be able to get VKO against us. That was kind of unfortunate. I had to overfarm by a little bit, otherwise I had no chance of winning this battle. And so sadly, we're going to, yeah, lose this battle here, as we're going to only be able to go for that one Drake Media, that one Row of Time, of course, and we just didn't have the health left to win this battle. Final battle for today. So again, like, there is definitely a reason why people are not running Metal Claw. Metal Claw is not going to give you the coverage that you really want or need for the Dialga in terms of especially like neutral matchups. While yes, you're going to be able to generate energy faster, getting the other Pokemon that are not Fairy type into a range where you're going to be able to either farm them down or put them into the Iron Head range is way more important than the tiny bit of extra energy generation that you get from running Metal Claw. But also, 1-turn fast moves are just superior. Like, 1-turn fast moves are like so much better than 2-turn fast moves. So I'm not really too surprised about how this all went down here, but I still want to give it a try Because, again, at the end of the day, we're in the beginning of the season. I feel like having a bit of research here is kind of something that people are interested in as well. So hopefully, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Yeah, my poor elo definitely dropped a little bit with this one, but as you know as well, of course, for my channel, you only really hear my honest opinion on things. And no, I would not recommend you to go for Metal Claw on this Pokemon. I don't think it is worth it. I don't think it is a great idea. And with this, we're gonna see as well that the Zygarde is going to knock us out. That's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then.